And we will have some platinum wire sealed in glass tubing in a test tube like this in the rack up here when people get to it. And the first thing you want to do is clean the, well, we're going to turn on the flame. And there's a flame. And we need a clean flame tester. And you use concentrated HCl to clean the flame tester. I used this last, but I don't think I did a good job of cleaning it. I'll stand off to the side here. Oh, maybe I did. No, I didn't. Needs cleaning. See the little yellow color above the flame tester? If you get too close to the glass, you break my flame tester, and then we won't have flame testers. So just keep the bottom little tip of that wire, see it glowing? Dip it in HCl, and this will clear up your throats. Put it in the flame. Okay, the color is almost gone. There's just a slight color. Okay, looks clean. I have some barium chloride here. Chlorides always give you the best flame, that's why you're using HCl. So this is just barium chloride in water. And you should see the green color that's due to the barium. There's the green barium color. And my barium is contaminated with a little calcium because there's some calcium color. But the green color is what you're looking for. And you have to watch fast because the color disappears quickly. And you only want to heat the tiny little tip of the wire.
Green.
There it's gone, but you saw the confirmatory test. Now I clean my wire again. Ever since I injured my shoulder, my left hand, which isn't my dominant hand, is better than my right hand. See, there's still some barium color in there. But it's clean enough that I can do the calcium test. This is calcium chloride. This is the orange color. Okay, so that's your calcium test. It's pretty bright, but the sodium test looks almost like that. In fact, when I do this in 1A and I say what color, there's the calcium color. When I do this in 1A, people always say, that's orange. It's not, it's sodium, so I'll do sodium.
Some green in there again?
And it's just concentrated HCl. Notice some of the color comes right back when I dip it in the concentrated HCl because it made some more chloride salt out of whatever the barium and calcium did initially. It's looking pretty clean. Still got a little bit of pure. Hopefully my HCl is clean, but I took this out of a brand new bottle, so it should be clean. Okay, it's getting better. Good enough that I can see what I want to see next. Here's potassium, because he does say you can do flame tests in prior procedure 27. After you've gotten rid of all these other things, right in here he says do the flame test after you baked it to dryness and added some HCl. So here's what potassium would look like. The only problem is, to estimate the amounts, you'd have to be a spectrophotometer. But there's the violet color for potassium. Notice it disappeared fairly quickly. But the intensity of the flame, the more concentrated your potassium, the brighter the flame, or the more intense the flame.
It's hard to see it.
Hmm?
It's hard to
pretty
see.
fast, yes. can see some of the color, can't you?
Yeah, like right away.
And it goes away fairly quickly. And I think there's a little bit of sodium, because it's very difficult to get absolutely pure material, but we can do something with that. But that was the potassium. Sodium will cover everything up. Here's my sodium. Can't miss that. Notice the lighter color, it's more of a yellow than my
So bright.
calcium. Notice how long that's lasting. But this is probably equivalent to somewhere, because I don't measure these things too carefully, but this is probably more concentrated than a medium. So if the flame disappears after a few seconds, if it disappears instantaneously, then it's a contamination. But a trace wouldn't last this long, that's why you don't have traces. Okay, so that was the sodium. Now, what do I do? I have here in my hands, as Johnny Carson would say, a piece of cobalt blue glass. Why does this look blue?
It's cobalt.
No, I told you it's cobalt, but why does it look blue? Suppose I hadn't told you it was cobalt. Why would you say it's blue?
That's what we see.
Because it's absorbing yellow light. That's why it looks blue. So watch this. I'm going to do sodium.
This is light testing.
I'll do it this way first. I see a yellow flame. What do you see?
Nothing.
Okay. No matter which hand I use, I have to use my right hand, so you're just going to have to put up with that. But it's a real bright yellow, but when you look through here, it may look bright, but it's not going to look yellow. Okay? In fact, I don't know.
You couldn't really see the light through it. It was very dark.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see anything through it. So you have to have somebody do this, because it's hard to put the thing in the flame. See the yellow coming over the top?
Yeah.
It's even darker down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't see it through the glass, but you see it coming over the top.
Right.
Okay. And guess what I have next? A mixture of potassium and sodium chloride. Oh. Now I can't see the violet, but you should be able to see the violet without the yellow. All I see is yellow.
I see violet.
Okay. So if you're doing this part, I'll go over to the other
That's
side.
a lot of violet.
If you're doing this part, you have to have somebody put it in the flame and you look through the glass, because you can't look through the glass and put it in the flame simultaneously. So I'm just... Can you see the blue color coming through, but you can't see the orange color? Because all I see from this side is an orange. Actually, what I see is yellow, because it's sodium. So anyhow,
It's just going to absorb all the yellow.
it absorbs the yellow, but the blue or the violet, and violet's probably gone. I just don't have to hold it there that long, because the violet, you saw how fast it disappeared for potassium.
It still
That's the
showed
same
through
thing
really
here.
nicely.
Okay, so those are the flame tests, and you clean with concentrated HCl, and we'll have these out here, and everybody's ready to go home, and I'm tired of talking, so I guess we'll go home.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Woo!